In previous lessons, we went over the relationship between logarithmic form and exponential form, and a couple of quick takeaways when we consider that. Let me enlarge that just a bit. One of them, again, is that the base of the log is the same thing as the base of the power, and also logs equal the exponent. So there's the exponent right there in the log form, and here's the exponent in the base form. So a quick review problem. Let's see if I have this log base 5 of 25. Essentially what that is asking is 5 to what power equals 25. And in the previous lesson, we looked at just really just guessing what that exponent would have to be, guessing or verifying what that exponent would be. So on this problem, it would be 5 squared equals 25. And so that's what the logs find. It's just finding what the exponent is. So that is 2. Now that's nice for problems that are very easy, where we can just do mentally, but there are problems out there that we can't do mentally. Also, there are problems where the answer is irrational, in which we would need some sort of another way of doing these problems, an algebraic way of doing these. So that's what the goal of this lesson is how do we solve logarithmic expressions and some logarithmic equations using some algebra. So we just have an example right here. So evaluate log base 25 of 125. So our first step on all of these that we're not going to do mentally, just all of these, we're going to rewrite that log as a power. So the base of the log is 25, so the base of our power is 25. And logs do find the exponent, so we don't know what that exponent is, so we're just going to put an x there, and that equals 125. Now, after we've rewritten the logarithmic expression as an exponential equation, what we need to do now is write the expression on both sides of the equation as a power with the same base. So on the left-hand side, we see 25. Well, 25 is the same thing as 5 squared. So we didn't change the value of it. We just changed how it is written. And same thing on the right-hand side, 125 is the same thing as 5 to the third. Okay. Our next step after that is just to simplify our expressions. In this case, on the left-hand side, we have a power of a power right there. And so we have this rule, power of powers. We're going to go ahead and multiply those exponents. So 2 times x is just 2x. Now the reason we did this is so we could get the bases to be the same. So if those two powers are equal and the bases are the same, that means the exponents have to be equal. So in other words, this 2 to the x right there, that has to be 3. So because 5 to the third will equal 5 to the third. So 2x has to equal 3. So we're going to set that equal in the next problem. And then we'll divide by 2 to solve for x. And so once we get that, we have our exponent. Exponent is 3 squared, or 3 over 2. Now our answer does not have an x on this problem because the original problem did not have an x. It was just come up with that number when we evaluate that. So log base 25 of 125 is 3/2 or 1.5. We can verify that. We can do go ahead and evaluate that. So 25, and then the exponent on that was 3/2. And if we evaluate that, remember the denominator is the same thing as the square root. So we have the square root of 25, and then we still have to the third. So the square root of 25 is 5 to the third, and 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. So on these problems, we can verify our answer. All right, the rest of the problems are just more practice problems, really nothing more than that, so we'll go through these kind of quickly. So again, the first step on these ones is we're going to rewrite that. So a log base 125 of sum of x equals 5. Okay, now we're going to rewrite 125 as 5 to the third. We still have to the x there. And on the other side, we just have 5. That cannot be rewritten as another power. I guess we could put a 1 there to help emphasize that. All right, now we're going to go ahead and simplify that. So 5 to the 3x equals 5 to the first. And again, once the bases are the same, the exponents have to be equal to each other. So 3x has to be 1. So if we divide both sides by 3, the exponent is 1/3. And since the problem has an x in it, we're going to say x is 1/3. All right, number 3, log base 3 of 81 to the -2 equals x. We'll do the same thing. We're going to go, the base is 3 of the log, so the base of the power is 3. That equals x, or excuse me, is the log equals x, so 3 to the x. And then that equals 81 to the -2. All right, our next step is to make sure that the bases are the same. Okay, so 3 to the x cannot be rewritten, but 81 is the same thing as 3 to the 4th. So that is the same thing as 81, but we still have that -2 there. All right, our next step is to go ahead and simplify that. So 3 to the x does not simplify. But on the right-hand side, power of a power, we can multiply those, so that's -8. All right, and once the bases are the same, the exponents are equal, so x is -8, and there's nothing to solve on that problem, so there we go. Number 4. On number 4, we have log base 4 to some power, we don't know what that is, so we'll put an x there, equals 1/8. All right, so on this problem, we're going to rewrite both of those. We're going to go ahead and do it as base 2. So 4 is the same thing as 2 squared. Make that x2 a little bit bigger. And we still have to the x. So all we did was rewrite 4, and 4 is the same value as 2 squared. All right, and then we're going to have to go ahead on the right-hand side, do 1/8. So that is 2 to the -3. Maybe negative exponents mean divide, and we're going to do that 3 times. All right, we're going to go ahead and rewrite this and get the bases to be, they are the same, so let's simplify the exponents. So that's 2 times x, and there's nothing to simplify on the other side. And once the bases are the same, the exponents have to be equal. And then we solve for x. So on this problem, we solve for x by dividing by 2. And so there we have x equals -3/2. Now technically that is not our answer. There's no x in the original problem up here. So we're just going to say this equals -3/2. And that would be our final answer on that one. All right, so those are some simple log expressions that we solved. Now we're going to look at some other problems. Let's look at example number 2. So we have log base 8 of x equals 2/3. And again, our first step is just the same. So the base of the log is the base of the power. Logs equal the exponent. So this is your exponent right here. Okay. And then we have x on the other side. And then for this one, since x is already by itself, all we have to do is evaluate that. And just a quick little reminder, when we evaluate the denominator of an exponent, that is the index of the root. Okay, so that's where that cubed root comes for, and then the numerator just means squared. So the cubed root of 8 is 2, and then 2 squared is 4. All right, so let's maybe practice a few of those. So these go fairly quickly. So our base is 1/2. Our exponent, remember logs equal the exponent, so that is 4 equals the argument there, x. And again, x is by itself, so all we have to do is simplify our answer. So that's 1/2 times itself 4 times, so 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. We don't need to write them out, but if that helps you, go for it. Okay, and reviewing multiplying fractions, we multiply the numerators and then multiply the denominators. And there we go. Number 6, we have the base of 36. The exponent's -1/2. Okay, so logs equal the exponent. All right, and again, x is by itself, so all we have to do is simplify that. Negative exponents need to divide, and the half means the square root. So we're going to divide, so 1 divided by the square root of 36. And then we'll go ahead and simplify that, and that is 1/6. Number 7, we have ln of x equals 0. Now ln of x, this is the same exact thing as saying log base e of x. So we didn't really do anything, we just rewrote the problem. Those mean the exact same thing. All right, so let's rewrite that log as a power. So it's base e. Remember, logs equal the exponent. So the exponent is 0, and that equals x. So x equals e to the 0. Anything to the 0 power is 1. All right, so those 3 examples are when we have the argument is unknown. All right, so our next 3, we're going to go back up to example number 3. And that is when our base is unknown. And again, it's the first step is still the same. So the example here, log of base b of 125 equals 3. So again, our first step is all we're going to do is rewrite it. So the base of the log is b, the base of the power is b. Logs equal the exponent. So the exponent is right there. And that equals the argument 125. So on this problem, the question is, how do we get b all by itself? We need to get rid of that third, to the third power there. So to get rid of the third power, we take the cubed root. So to get rid of cubed, you take the cube root. When we take the cube root of both sides, as you see on the next step, okay, the exponents here become 1. We don't have to write that. And the cube root of 125 is 5, because 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. So let's try a few more of those. So number 8, we have log of base x of 3 equals 7. So on this problem, all we're going to do is rewrite that. So we don't know what the base is, but we do know that the exponent is 7, and that equals the argument. All right, and to get x by itself, so we have x to the 7th. So to get rid of that, we're going to take the 7th root of both sides. On the left-hand side, it becomes x to the 1st. We don't have to write to the 1st. And then this side, we can't simplify that. So we're just going to leave our answer like that. Number 9. Really the same thing, so let's just rewrite that. The base is x, so the base of the power is x. The exponent is 2, and that equals the argument of 149. Now to get x all by itself, we got to get rid of the square, so we are going to square root both sides. So that leaves us with x on one side. The square root of 1 is 1. The square root of 49 is 7. So as you can see, once you get the hang of rewriting these go very quickly. And our last one, we have the base log base x of 2 equals 1/3. So our base is x, our exponent is 1/3, and that equals 2. So on this problem, I guess we can think about what can we take the cube root of to get 2, or we can just think in terms of inverse operation. So remember, this is the exact same problem as saying the cube root of x. So you can write it either way. It doesn't matter which way you do it. To get rid of the cube root, or the 1/3 power, we do to the 3rd power. Another way of saying the 3rd power is cube. Okay, so on this one, we're left with x, because it's 3 over 3, which is just 1. And that is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. And that would be the same thing on the other one. Those are inverse operations. We're left with x equals 8. So the way you show it is not that significant which notation you use. They both mean the same thing. So as you can see on those 3 different examples, the basic idea is that first step is you're going to rewrite each log as a power, and then you're going to look for where the variable is. Some problems you'll simplify, some you'll have to solve algebraically by doing the inverse operations.